Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. We are here to do our favorite thing, which is recap shows. And today we're recapping episode 3 of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. But before we jump into that, I want to go ahead and introduce ourselves. My name is Imani. She's Ashley. We are the two-woman show behind Taste of Reality. And today we're going to be doing one of the things we do on our YouTube channel, which is recap the shows. I should have started the episode saying, welcome to our clarity episode.
Exactly. I think this episode should have been called Litigation by Lisa.
Oh my
She said that, and I was like,
God.
why is that not the title of this episode? They missed the ball on that one.
They dropped the bar low.
Yeah. Oh my God, RIP me, RIP all of us. I love it. And can I just say we're recapping with blowouts today? Like this just happened organically in our lives. Like
It did.
Imani looks fresh as can be.
Ashley looks fresher as can
Oh,
be.
thanks,
Um, you
thanks.
could say that we were inspired by Angie K.
It's the Kerastase Thermique Life. Is that how you say
Exactly.
it? I don't even
I
know how
don't
to
even
say
know. I've
it.
never used the product. Ashley, you would be better to know that than me.
I don't use heat on my hair except for this.
Oh, true.
My
Is it
curls are
only,
natural.
is it, I guess I need to Google offline what Kerastase, whatever that is, what it does to your hair. Is it only for
Well,
heat?
well, I don't know if it's only for heat, but it's like made like if you heat treat your hair, this is great
Oh.
for it. But since I
Oh.
don't use, I've already been using like I'm a loyal girl to JVN from Queer Eye. I love me some
Oh,
Jonathan
okay.
Van Ness. His curl cream, my fave. But
Uh,
if Lisa wanted to send me some Kerastase because I am a good candidate, I'd use it and report back. We do have taste tests at tasteofreality.com.
Wait, am I a candidate or is it only for a certain hair texture?
I have no idea. I can't tell you one way or the other. But
Well,
that's a very good question, and it should be something that's hopefully talked about at every boardroom meeting in hair care.
and if anybody listening in those rooms wants to see if it is tried and tested on two hair types, send us some bottles and we'll get you. We'll do a nice little taste test for you. But Ashley, let's jump in.
Let's jump in. Should we start with taglines?
We should start with taglines. And also, if you haven't been over on our TikTok, go to our TikTok. It's a fun spot. But Ashley just recently did a taste and waste of the taglines. It's really fun. And we love to tie in taste when we can. So go over there, watch our tagline thing. But we're also going to talk about it here.
Thank you so much for helping me make fetch happen. I'm like, taste and waste is like my favorite thing ever. It's like a rose and a thorn.
Yeah.
But the taglines, okay, so I did it on TikTok. If you go to tasteofreality.com, there's an article with the taglines. I quickly blabbed that's my opinion there too. I want to hear what you think of the taglines, taste or waste. Imani, starting with Heather Gay, my nest is almost empty and this bird is ready to soar.
I don't get the bird tie in. That's my only critique with this. I receive she's literally saying like her children are leaving the nest. I get that. But like I could get if her last name was Bird or something, but I didn't get the full joke.
I don't know if there was one. Taste or waste, Imani.
Waste.
Sorry, girl, I said the same thing. Yeah, and she's a really good writer. I loved her first book,
She's
and
a,
I still need to read her second one.
she wrote both of her books from her bed, and that's real.
Which, I mean, you know what? I'm literally wearing my sleep shirt. Like, I feel you, girl. That's work from home life. It's in bed.
Work from
Uh,
home, yes.
yes, Meredith Marks. Oops, I just lost my page. Hers, for me, was all about the delivery. She said, I'm going to have to do it in Meredith's voice. While you drop lies, I'm dropping the beat.
I like the beat. Sheree Whitfield callback. Uh I liked that, but to your point, it wasn't necessarily the words so much as it was the delivery and taste.
It's high art, in my opinion. I agree. Bronwyn, if my closet had skeletons, at least they'd be well dressed.
Somewhere between taste and waste. I don't hate it, but it's not moving my needle forward. But I appreciate her style 100%. I guess if I had to pick, I'd say taste, but like it didn't knock me over.
I was an enthusiastic taste on that one. I loved it. MGK, I'm Greek, and the rest are just a tragedy.
I'll be Electra. I think you're taking this Grease thing too far.
And I said this in the
Whatever.
article, taste your waist, girl.
Taste.
And I know, okay, obviously, I know you're a Kyle Richards girl. Are you over her reminding us all the time that she's from Beverly Hills, or is it just part of her cute quirks for you?
I was gonna say I feel like she has to now because she like references it in every single tagline. I feel like that's the territory we're approaching with Angie K. I feel like her claim to fame in a way is her being Greek. Love that for her. She's single-handedly increasing the Greece tourism board, I feel. I
Yeah.
do. So with that said, I if this is gonna be her shtick, I'm not mad at it. Whatever.
See,
Taste.
I love it, and I'm going to be so hypocritical, taste all the way. I'm so tired of Kyle Richards with the Beverly Hills, but I don't think I'll ever not be fed when it comes to Angie saying she's from Greece. Keep it coming. I'm starving and feed
Yeah, we
me.
love it.
Okay, Whitney. Roses are redheads, violets are blue. Don't come for me or I'll come for you.
Taste.
Okay, I love it. A
I
strong
love it. I
taste.
love it. Taste.
Yeah, well, and we saw redheads being already referenced on
I love a
episode
redhead,
three.
by the way.
How is that an insult?
I
Like,
think
redheads are stunning.
I get it. Like back in the day, like people said if you're redhead, you didn't have a soul. Like that was a thing. Have you heard that before?
I mean,
Is
I
that a
guess.
Florida thing?
No, I mean, I think there have like always been like kind of derogatory things about redheads, but I think it's just because people are haters and like they're jealous.
But I heard that Whitney dyed her hair red to make Bobby Rose, her daughter, feel comfortable and feel beautiful. Because I guess Bobby's. I think when you're in like elementary, I think when you're in grade school, I'll say like having red hair is a miss for
Right.
the bullies. You're a target. I don't know why.
Right. No, because you're a smaller group. Your
Correct.
bullies target smaller groups, and there are just technically smaller amounts of redheads in a room, so they're the easiest target. That's what bullies do.
Did we just solve the issues in America? No, but so I was like, that's cute. And I freaking love red hair. I think, yeah.
Stunning.
And
And I
then
think
yeah.
I love it. Taze. I thought it
Taste.
actually, I gave it a waste only because it was a little too sing-songy, but it was
But
cute.
I appreciate the camp of that. So like taste for me,
Fair.
but I appreciate the waist for you.
It was a borderline for me to be fair.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody we both adore, Mary Cosby. I'm
Uh
just here to eat, drink, and be merry.
taste. And that's me.
Right. And no notes. Mary knows who she is and delivered.
100%.
Okay.
Understood
Last
the
but
assignment.
certainly not least is Miss Lisa Barlow. She said, I don't go low, I go the distance.
Taste. I love a callback.
And it's, you know what? This whole, oops, did I just mute myself?
No, you're good.
Okay. Yeah, after this episode, the tagline made a lot of sense. I mean, going low, we'll get there, but
Yeah.
holy moly. Okay, so we were pretty much on the same page as Taster Waste.
Yeah.
I love the taglines this season. I think they
Me
ate.
too. I think Salt Lake City in general delivers. I still like had chills watching all the taglines. Honestly, 10 out of 10 no notes to the Salt Lake City women.
Yeah, no, wonderful, wonderful showing. I have to ask you the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Do you know that Lisa Barlow does great things?
I think we all do great things.
We all do, but Lisa Barlow does great things. Within this friend group, Lisa Barlow is the one who does great things. According to Lisa Barlow in who?
John?
John, not deaf, maybe Baby Gorgeous still because he's so young. But yeah, no, Lisa Barlow is in her Delulu era. I live for a Delulu housewife, but this was a real, like, she went off the rocker. She lost control and it was,
I think she
ooh.
flew a little too close to the sun this episode with her level of delusion. I think to be a good housewife in general, there has to be some level of delusion, i.e., I
Amen.
think Meredith Marks also toes that line pretty well. She's so zany and kooky. Like half the time I'm like, is this a bit when it comes to Meredith? But I'm like, I don't know that it is. And I liked Lisa leaning into her being so like, unhinged, I guess. But this episode, it was like to a point where it's like we're not all like laughing together at this point. Like, Lisa, you're being a little much now to the point where like it's not fun
Right.
anymore.
Even Heather in this episode said it's getting to the point where I can't even defend her.
Yeah.
And she was just writing harder for Lisa than anybody. Maybe not
And
Brittany, but
that's how I feel too. Like, I really, really like Lisa Barlow as a housewife. She's one of my favorites on
no,
Salt Lake
she's
City.
amazing.
But like, I'm with Heather in this moment right now. I can't defend anything she's doing. Like, it's gotten to a point where it's like, Lisa, I think like you're taking it, you're beating the horse a little much, I think.
It was too much. Speaking of too much, can we talk about, oh, you know what? You dropped something. Oh, that was a name. Got to pick it up. Like,
Oh,
what's
I
up
thought
with
you meant
Lisa
me for a
Barlow?
second. And I'm like, did you hear my coffee hit my table?
Oh, no, no.
What's happening?
No, like literally the name dropping. Like, that's
So
like,
much name
what?
dropping.
Is that like, that is such a big part of her personality. And
Yeah.
it was just like, girl, did you have a chance to watch What Happens Live by chance?
I didn't. But like, I might know what you're going to say just from being online.
Oh my God. So he brought it up again. Andy brought it up again at the beginning of the episode and said, yeah, no, it was a lot, like that's not my whole personality. Fast forward 30 seconds, she started name dropping the whole rest of the episode. Like she cannot control it. She did say a really good response though. They were like kind of teasing her about it. And she's like, why wouldn't I be proud of the people I get to work with? They're all hard workers. They all do great things. And I'm proud of them, just like I'm proud of you, saying to the person in the second seat, like, I'm proud to now be here with you. I'll brag about you being the same way. Like, literally, Lisa Barlow was born for this job.
I mean, the clapback is sound. She's 100%
She's
correct.
totally right.
You can't argue with that. I don't know. I think that Lisa uses those name drops to make herself look better. And I think
Right.
that's the issue with the women is that like you're using it to kind of distance yourself, go the distance from the group to prove that you're more important than them. And that's where it's like, okay, like you host the after parties, I guess. And so I think that's her thing is like she hosts the Sundance after parties, and that's where all these celebrities go to like her
Right.
parties sponsored by Vita and whatnot.
That's where it got even a little bit more cringe on the after show because Andy's like, so you're friends with Blake Lively and Ben Affleck? And she's like, oh no, I don't know them. She
Yeah,
literally said, I don't know them.
because
And
it's
I
not
was
cool
just,
to know
uh,
Blake Lively right now.
maybe. Do you think she's even that aware? Or is she just trying to save face?
I think
Because
both. I think
okay,
both.
because it's not a flex anymore. But no, but I have to say she doubled down on several times on Watch What Happens Live. Like Blake Lively, Blake Lively. Like I don't think she was hesitant about her legal
Maybe
situation.
you're right. I think Lisa heard. I think Lisa heard. I think she received. I think she
And
received.
responded.
Yeah,
And
she
responded
knows she
strongly.
didn't come off great, so now I think she has to kind of walk it back, but also like not walk it back too much because she said it. She's
Right.
still going to stand on it, but I think she's trying to fix her perception, which honestly she should because it's fun
It's
to
bad.
watch. It's fun to watch a housewife be unrelatable and be like zany and kooky. It's another thing to be derogatory about it, and I think she slipped into the derogatory lane a little much this episode.
Right. Yeah, and Bronwyn called out the misogyny, and we'll talk about that in
Yes.
a second. But let's backtrack just a bit because we had like a few like softer scenes at the very beginning
Mhm.
of the episode, which gave us some really, really good balance. We started off seeing Bronwyn and dealing with her parents. She started off talking to Todd.
Yeah.
We've got the dynamic with her dad with Alzheimer's, which is relatable to a lot of people. And I mean, I can't even imagine going through this. Thoughts, prayers, all the things for anybody dealing with that. That's just got to be terrible.
Yeah, that's hard. I like seeing the parents sometimes because I think it offers a perspective into why the women are the way that they are. Not to bring up Beverly Hills, but I think
Just gonna say it.
yeah, I think meeting Sutton's mom explained almost everything about her personality. And I think meeting Bronwyn's mom, and by the way, this isn't me snarking on anyone's mom because if people met mine, it'd be like, I get it. So like that's not anything, but
No, it's just part of who you
yeah,
are.
yeah, it's your blueprint. They literally made you. It makes sense that you would be similar to your parents.
Right.
So I always like learning a little bit more about why
Mhm.
people are the way that they are. it was interesting to me that it happened, so much happened this episode. I'm curious if that's teeing us up for something down the season, but there was just so much like paternal energy this episode.
I agree. There was a lot, and I'm interested to see where that goes. Like after all the things about sickness for the mom to just go
Yeah,
ahead and say, well, you're going to be doing that with Todd soon. Like, wow. Like just that was like the Sutton's mom moment. I can't, Reba, was it Reba?
I think it's Reba.
Like that was such a Reba moment. I was just like, oh my God, read the
I
room,
think
lady.
I think her parents still feel a way about what happened. I think obviously they love their granddaughter. They love Gwen and they love Bronwyn, but I think their family's still dealing with the aftermath of her getting
Right.
pregnant at BYU, and I feel like her mom has a little bit of an issue with it still.
Right.
From a
Well, and
cultural
some,
maybe standpoint or religion standpoint.
and just the different generation.
Yeah.
Like it was just different for women of that age. So I agree with you on all points. The aspect of Bronwyn wanting to be liked was mentioned on this episode. Mary, before the show started during press, said that's something that Bronwyn, being in this world just really needs to work on because you're never going to get everybody on your team. And I was like, okay, well, we see that because of her mom. Like, that's just who she is. That's been something she's been dealing with all of her life, it
I
seems.
feel like we kind of have clocked that too. I just feel like Bronwyn panders to whoever is in the room with her. And I'm just
Right.
like, Bronwyn, what do you think? I even still think that if Lisa Barlow came to her tomorrow and was like, I'm sorry, she would move on and be happy to be friends with Lisa again. I just
Hmm.
think she's so hurt by Lisa, as what we talked about last week. And so everything she does is because she's hurt by Lisa, and I think it's because she wants to be accepted by Lisa, even still. And
Right.
so I think Mary's correct. Like, you need to figure out what it is exactly that like makes you want to be accepted by every single person you speak to.
Exactly. Exactly. And it was so funny. Just Todd was like, yeah, you and your Facebook followers. It
Oh
was
my
like such
God.
a boomer thing to say. I was like, LOL, boomer. Just
Yeah.
real quick, while we're talking about a softer moment, we saw Angie with her dad. Like,
Yeah.
could they have a spinoff, please?
I
Like, I want to
love
hear. Yeah, please go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
I love it. I just, that's so rare. I feel like that we see like a father daughter dynamic. It's usually the moms. And I know
Hmm.
that like Angie is closer to her dad through circumstance, sure. But I thought that was nice to see a beautiful father daughter moment because we don't really see that as much on these shows. It's usually the moms and the daughters.
And like, why do I want Angie's dad to have like a YouTube channel where he just talks about World War II? Like, I am sat, I am seated. I want to hear everything you have to say. When you think about it, World War II was like, it's like the late 30s. Like, that's almost 100 years ago. That's like 90 years ago.
I'll be honest, and this goes to the American education system. I know nothing about any of the wars. Couldn't tell you a single fact. Couldn't tell you, I mean, obviously I know some, but like
Right.
the topic of war has never been of interest to me. Like, I am not seated and sat for a like war documentary or like any time-stamped piece movie about war, or I'm good. Like that
See, I'm the
target audience
opposite.
not reached.
I'm here for it. I love like historical fiction of the
Mm-mm.
era. There's this book called The Nightingale that's wildly popular right now that's like Paris during World War II, and it is so important to read right now. But that's a tangent. I'll go on another day because this episode had so much.
Yeah, it
Um,
did.
we another just kind of cool, easy scene was Heather and Angie. We just don't see these like two-on-two small group
Oh,
scenes as
right.
much anymore. It's like these big groups, and they didn't have these huge conversations except for maybe Angie admitting like my daughter's not as proud of being Greek as I am. But it was just nice to just see them interacting.
I saw some chatter on this online and I agree. I do not like when storylines on housewife shows have to do with your home. I like to
Agreed.
caveat to that is Heather Dubrow. I do like seeing her mansions that she renovates every season. But I just don't care. Like, people were saying it's similar to Erica Jane last season where her whole storyline was like renovating her rental. I don't care. Like, I'm
Terrible.
happy for you, Heather, that you have your own space now to write. I think that's stunning. I love that for her. I love that she's taking her home over once her daughters are gone. I love that for her. I don't care about a storyline centered around like you evolving as a person, so now you need to evolve your space. I don't care. I do not
Right.
care.
That's not for me either. Not for me either. Like they should have her on like a home design show and like do a special there because this just
Yeah. I just
didn't
I just
track as much for me.
I don't like the like tie-in of design with like someone's life changing. I don't like those like storylines on the show. I don't. It just but it's boring.
It's cheap and generic in my
Mhm.
opinion. I have a very unpopular opinion here. This isn't directed at Heather specifically. It just kind of naturally came in right here. I don't think that necessarily the OGs always have to be in the mix. Like I was a big
Okay.
fan of kind of just like the years of like for instance New York where like you didn't know if Luann was a friend or a housewife and Carol was in and out of the mix. Like I think there's just so much writing these again, not even just Salt Lake City, but the housewives in general, like so much of their livelihood, their reason of being is being a housewife and having that apple, the snowflake, the peach,
Yeah.
whatever. And it gets away from just living life. And like this to me just feels like, okay, well, you're a main character, so here's your storyline.
Sure. I
And
think
it just that falls flat to me. And that doesn't mean I don't think she deserves a space. Heather's actually probably my favorite on the show, her and Bronwyn. So
mhm.
I have love for Heather. That's not what I'm saying. I just I don't see there being anything wrong with people having really big seasons and then seasons where they're not
Oh, I
featured.
agree. I don't think every season needs to be like a reality Von Teese takedown type of thing at all. I think the reason why they chose what they did, I'm sure, is because like how many seated lunch like scenes can we have? So I understand from like a editor perspective, it's like let's have them do something. We'll have her take over this mom cave now.
Right.
I get it. Like they needed a vehicle to have that conversation.
Right.
So I
Well,
receive
and
that that's what they did.
well, and I'm tired not only of the restaurant scenes, but the oh, we're gonna go to a yoga studio. We're gonna show like everybody doing 30 seconds of like aerial yoga. The lady's gonna say, okay, well, I'm gonna give you some time to sit right here and
Exactly.
talk, and I'll be over in the other room if you need me. It's like this trope is so tired by now. I know it moves storyline
It does.
along,
Yeah.
but it's like whatever just happened to living and having normal conversations.
Speaking of that, I just I want to do this and I live in Florida. So like I could probably like walk outside, take a left and I can find it. I want to do that like shooting thing.
Dude, it looks so fun. I
It
go to
looks
shooting ranges.
so,
They're all over here. They're fun.
yeah.
It's
My,
liberating.
my issue is I have really bad vision. So I don't know that I would hit all the targets, but I want to be involved and I want to shoot
Some
a
like
disc.
those discs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
exactly. Like I love
Let me,
target practice. Target practice is amazing. It's very
yes.
like powerful and freeing and like you can tell that it's a sport. It takes a lot of strength,
Yeah.
but like I hate it on well, I hate wearing headphones. Like I hate wearing things on my ears. I hate wearing goggles. Like I
Yeah.
had LASIK because I just don't like having things on my face. Like yeah, that's not for me, but the actual, yeah, no, I get it. And it's a really good way. I have a friend who's going through something right now, and we have like those axe throwing places everywhere. And I'm
Yeah.
like, let's go throw some stuff. Let's go destroy some
I've
shiz.
always wanted to do like a rage room off topic
Right.
and we'll get back on. But I've always wanted to just like go in a room and like, Opa, smash the plates. There you go, Angie.
There
But
you
like
go,
I've always
Angie.
wanted to like bash in. I always said,
Right.
FBI, if you're listening to this is for comedic purpose. I've always said to a friend, like, I've always wanted to be someone who, like, back in like the 2000s TV shows where like the guy does something wrong and then like we go and like take everything out of his closet, throw it out the window on the front lawn, light it on
Yes.
fire, key a car,
Yes.
bash some windows in. I've always wanted to do that. Again, this is a joke. If anyone's listening to this, that could be like, you're getting arrested. But I've always wanted to do that. So call to action. If anybody needs to be righted by their ex, slide in the DMs. I've
Exactly.
always
I
wanted to
mean,
do it.
she's gonna go like Carrie Underwood on a car. Like she's beating it up. You know,
Or
I
I'll
even
bust the windows out your car. I forget who sings that right now.
I know what song you're talking
I'll
about. It's
bust
like
the
one of
windows out your car.
the
That song. Yeah. I can't
yeah,
remember who sings.
so
Everyone in the
good.
comments is going to be like, it's so and so, you idiots.
Yeah, sorry.
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 Let's
So
talk
funny.
about
And
Go
I was just
ahead.
gonna say, I just remembered having this conversation. We're gonna take it to Vanderpump and real fast back. Do you remember when Ariana's, was it, rest in peace? Was it Ariana's dad died and Sandoval's like, I just want to go to Vegas and break shit
I don't know
because
if
he
it
like
was her
didn't get
grandma. I don't remember. Ariana,
somebody
she was
passed.
going through it.
She was going through it. Ariana was going through it. And he was like, but I really want to go on a boys' trip. They're going to go like drive monster trucks and destroy things.
Oh, I
And
just
I'm
watched
just
this episode. This was season like 3 or 4. Is that what you're talking about, or was it
I
recent?
think so. Yeah. I mean, I wish you had more time when you were in Vegas because we want to do all the things, but it would be like that would be such a fun location to go to.
Oh,
Like we're
I'm
just gonna
so
go destroy
annoyed.
stuff.
I Yes, I just watched this episode because Katie didn't want Tom to go and Ariana didn't want Tom to go because they were all in relationships. Quite
Right.
literally
And
everyone. Anyway, not the point. Let's move on.
but Tom and Tom both
But
went.
Tom and Tom both went. But that freaking clarity lunch, I freaking died from the second they walked in. All like it was literally a science fair. Like I was screaming, dying dead that all the women were taking the time before they sat down to eat to go to each easel and read it. Like everyone was like actually doing the task, and I'm like,
Right.
this is fucking oh. I did not mean to swear. Oh my god. This is freaking hilarious. Like this is so funny.
I was offended on somebody who is a big fan of science, and I love a science fair. Those projects are three-dimensional. Lisa had a board with words on it. There was no shoebox. There was no three-dimensional element of it. It was not of science fair quality, in my honest opinion. Lisa, while I found the pictures to be hilarious, her on the
The
yacht, her
ones
and
of
John
her and
on the
John,
yacht.
why are
We
these
got the
here?
yacht.
Why are
She
these
is trying.
here?
When you have to try that hard to prove your point, like that's just goes back to the whole like we were talking about Kristen Doty. I'm an empath. Like if you have to tell, but we love Kristen and
But
she,
we
we
love
believe
Kristen
she's
and
an
I'm also an
empath.
empath. Yeah.
Right. But like people like girl is the one that triggers me. I'm a girl's girl. Like be a girl's and don't say you're a girl's girl. Act like a girl's girl and people will know you're a girl's girl. So that's just one of those things that drives me crazy about Lisa. She's just over defending herself and it may every time she opens her mouth, I feel her case against like the case she's trying to make just devalues
Well,
itself.
I think Lisa is the textbook definition of your message getting lost in the mess because she does have some valid points sometimes, but because she doesn't know how to, excuse me, articulate her thoughts very well without getting like super defensive and yelling, like it was a lot for my ears too. Like I felt Whitney when she was covering her ears because I'm like, why
Mhm.
are we yelling? We're all in the same space. Why are we screaming? Let's take
When
it down.
Brittany, the camera so intentionally went to Brittany a few times, her looking at Lisa like, you are crazy.
No, everyone in
But
that
when
moment was just
Brittany,
like, what's
but like for
happening?
Brittany, of
Yeah.
all people, to look at you like you're crazy, like, oh my God, I can't believe she's acting this way. Like, wow, you need to check yourself.
I
Like,
think, I'm not even going to say what I was about to say because I'm not in the mood for any sort of law issues coming our way. So let me
but
not say what I
I'm
was
going
going
to
to say.
transition to the law though, because Lisa, like you said, had points. The litigation by Lisa wasn't wrong. For civil cases, anybody can say anything about
Exactly.
anyone at any time, period, point blank. And people who have money can do these things all the time because money just falls out of the sky for them and they can pay lawyers to do this nonsense.
Yeah.
People like us aren't going around and doing that because we don't want to pay lawyer fees. But if people are jealous or if people really have a bone to pick with Lisa Barlow, could they absolutely sue her on grounds that are completely false? Yes. Does that seem what's happening? Yes. But are there still unanswered questions? And the fact that Lisa got so mad when Whitney asked, that's what made it look suspicious, was the reaction.
Well, and to Whitney's point as well, and Angie's and Bronwyn's, what did this prove? This proves nothing.
Well, like you don't even know that the documents are real. Like there's just no validity necessarily in anything. Anybody can write dismissed over. I mean, I could put that on Canva right now up
No,
in 30
100%.
seconds. I could
I,
do it in 30 seconds.
I get why Lisa is. Here's the thing that kind of bothers me because some people are like, if people get really defensive when you call them out or say something, it means you're lying. I don't necessarily think that's true because if somebody's saying something about me that's not true, my personality, like, I'm gonna get upset about it. I'm not gonna be even keeled like, that's not true. That doesn't mean you're lying because you get so worked up. So I receive
Right.
Lisa in that regard. Like, just because she's getting worked up does not mean she's instantly lying. It's not fun to have people lie about you and speak with
It's not.
confidence. It's not. So I get,
Especially when you're not there to defend yourself. When on that first episode, everybody's mouth was running. It's like, if we're going to have these conversations, at least on episode 3, at least they were having them in front of her face. I hate it when they do that stuff behind your back.
and
Like when
honestly,
it's that many people. It's not two friends venting. That was a gang up.
justice for Meredith. Because I don't think it's fair that all, granted, was Meredith super, super chatty? No, but she never is in these group scenes. She's never like taking up the floor
It's a good
really.
point.
So
That's a really good point because I was like, Meredith didn't stand up for her.
I
She
think she
didn't.
did. I think she did. She wasn't gonna like go to bat for Lisa because never they Lisa still had that hot mic moment. I would not be shocked if Meredith still feels a way about it. They could have worked it through, whatever. I think that's what Lisa really thinks about Meredith. I really do. And when you're friends
People
with
don't say things if you don't mean them.
never in a million years with that in my head, if I was fighting with a friend, I would never instantly go there. I would never.
No
That's how
amount
you
of
feel about Meredith,
right.
Lisa. Let's
Well,
be
like,
honest.
well, and people are like, "Oh, I had so much to drink," or and it's like, no, you still said it. Like it came out of your brain and through your mouth.
Yeah.
That's your feeling, and you just need to own it.
So if I'm Meredith, okay, yes, we're friends. We worked through this. If I say we're good, I'm not going to backtrack either. Fine. So if we're starting from a fresh space, I'm not going to make it my like job in this life to defend you 24/7. Like I'll have your back 100% and we're an alliance for sure. But I'm not going to sit there and like spend 7 hours defending your legal cases. I think
Right?
Meredith defended Lisa. I think that, and I think it was unfair how the women were saying, like, well, Meredith didn't have your back, Lisa. I think she did. She said, let's wait for Lisa to get here to have this conversation. What more can she say?
You know what? You know what? You're right. I'm gonna go ahead and say clocked because you know what? Let the woman speak for herself.
Yeah, I'm not,
And
I
she's
let her
not her
do it.
mouthpiece. She's
Yeah,
not her mouthpiece. It's
she's
not her
not.
job to like go to bat for her legally, nor is she prepared to, even though she is a lawyer and she probably is the closest to being prepared to. That's not my
I
point.
don't blame Meredith though, because you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Had she opened up and was like trying to defend
True.
Lisa, that could have backfired and been like, well, Lisa or Meredith, you knew about X, Y, and Z going on lawsuits, aka the Jen Shah of it all. So
Right.
I think personally, Meredith handled that fine. I was
Right.
not offended at all.
I take your point and your criticism, and that makes sense. And I feel better about it after your conversation because every point you made was just completely valid.
I was
Like,
also, I'm sorry, go
go
ahead,
ahead.
go ahead. No,
I was
I was dying when like the women were sitting at the table and then like they'll pan to some of them and they're just like sitting there like reading the documents like on the table. I'm like, this is sending me that everyone's actually participating in this craziness. Like they're
I would
actually
have asked
reading it, Ashley.
I would have asked for a pen and been like, "Can I take some anecdotal notes because I have questions?"
No, literally,
Like
I would have leaned in too.
I would have leaned in. I'm going to be like, "Okay, I'm going to write some anecdotal notes. I would
Yeah.
really like to take this to a team of lawyers for them to explain it to me so we can come back and further this discussion." So we talked about Lisa having points about civil lawsuits. Anybody can be a target. Bronwyn also had a point though when she said, are these lawsuits dismissed because you paid them off?
That was a
I
good
don't,
distinction.
she's not wrong in asking that question. Lisa's also not wrong in being offended, but that's how a lot of cases get dismissed.
Exactly. I don't think,
That's not the only way they get dismissed,
yeah.
but it's not crazy that Bronwyn said that. I think she
No, it
said it with
wasn't.
shade, but it's a fair
Because
question.
she's trying to prove a point too. She's saying,
Right.
Lisa, you're not innocent. You paid it off. So it's not to me the same as being dismissed. I think wording is super important. And I think that's
Exactly.
what Bronwyn was trying to prove a point in saying. She's like, okay, it might be dismissed, but did you go through the proceedings? Did you pay it? Like,
Right. And the fact that we know Bronwyn has some things coming up later in the season, the fact that she's going down 10 toes so deep with Lisa right now makes me think she's very comfortable with whatever is about to come out on her. that it's going to turn around because otherwise I don't think she'd be throwing stones like this. But I
No.
could be wrong on that because I read people wrong all the time.
Yeah.
It's not the first time I've read a human being wrong.
What did you think
Um,
about Whitney like getting so upset and then storming out of the room? I understood where she was coming from because that's so frustrating. Because
Completely.
Lisa, again, we Ashley and I both love Lisa as a housewife. Like we really enjoy her, but having a conversation with her must be the most brain bashing thing to do. She's so unwilling to see the other side, which again, that's fine because we love a delusional housewife, but like you're not able to have a conversation with her. You're just
Right.
not. So
Well,
it's like a waste of time.
and from Whitney's POV, she has gone through the hardest of hardships with one of her businesses.
Mhm.
She's fighting for her life with Wild Rose Beauty. She's being nothing but honest. And
Yeah.
all I think she wants is the same in return. And she's like, look at me. I am going through it. I am like, I don't want to say she's at rock bottom. I'm not going to put that, but like
No, yeah.
this can't be a great place for her. And she's being so open, and I can imagine her frustration with Lisa in
What
this.
Lisa's not clocking though is I think if she ever showed just an ounce of humility or like being a normal human being who's not perfect, that would land so well with this group of women because none of them want Lisa to go through this at their core, I don't think. I honestly think they all have love for each other at
No.
the end of the day. But the fact that Lisa just does not know how to be like, if she came to the women and was like, me and Justin actually did go through something, and obviously she can't like speak to the legal, I don't know, like if she just like ever came to the women in that regard, they would receive it so well, I think. And I genuinely
Right.
don't think they'd be like, told you so, or maybe Bronwyn
Mm-mm.
because she's so hurt
I
by
don't
her.
even, but I don't even think she would. I think if she came like that, I think Brownwood would like just as a woman just be like,
Yeah.
I mean, you never know. I would love to see it happen and see how it goes, but yeah, I feel the same way. I don't blame Whitney at all for storming out. I hate when people storm out, but I think at that point I wouldn't have been able to. I didn't love the napkin throwing. I
Oh yeah,
don't
I didn't
love
like
like
that.
people
I don't like
going into other
physical.
people's space, like her even just going around the table and
Agreed.
yelling. Like there's just a like I'm a person who doesn't like people in my bubble. That's not something that makes me comfortable. So
Yeah.
that's just a line that I personally wouldn't
I
cross.
just made a connection in my head, and I know we're almost out of time. I made a connection in my head, and this is what I think the issue is. So on the Valley, the group was getting really upset with Danny and Nia because they present as being perfect when the people behind the scenes know that that's not the case. And
Hmm.
so I think that's kind of similar to Salt Lake City because the women, Lisa presents as this perfect person, but everybody knows you're not perfect. And so that's the issue. And for Whitney, she's like, I'm putting everything out there. I put my marital issues out there. I put the issues with my kids out there. I put my business failing out there, Lisa. There's not one thing in your life where you could come before us humbly and be like, this is where I am struggling and I need
Hmm.
my friends to support me.
Clocked. Clocked. No, you're absolutely right. No, we love an analogy here at
We love an
tasteofreality.com.
analogy. So, like, I just think Lisa's missing it. Like, that's the
Right.
only thing. Lisa, come humbly before this group of women, and I think you will
Right.
have a completely different reaction. I really
Right.
do.
I have to say, one, just very quickly, I love that Bronwyn clocked the misogyny about the
Yes,
sex
yes.
shaming. I was so happy she said that, and that really needed to be said. It was really gross last week, and it was misogynistic of Lisa to say it. And I'm so glad that Bronwyn articulated it because women can't talk about each other like that.
Did, excuse me, did Lisa say anything about that on Watch What Happens Live? I haven't had a chance to watch it.
Um,
Like, did she say sorry? Because I don't think she did at the party.
no,
And she's probably
no,
not going to, but that's my point. If she
no.
said she was sorry for
But
that,
that's Lisa.
that would bode well for
It
Bronwyn.
wouldn't. Right, exactly. So, real quick before we wrap up, part of Lisa Barlow's delusion was on Watch What Happens Live. She said that she knew the new kids on the block, hence why I'm
Okay.
drinking out of my new kids out of the block. And they're like, "How do you know them?" They sang like she was in the front row, and they looked at her when she sang, and therefore she knows them.
Did
So
I
I
ever
just
tell
want
you
to.
that I knew Justin Timberlake?
I know. I can't tell you. I mean, I'm a concert kid, so I can't tell you how many bands I know. Like
Yeah.
I'm officially a Band-Aid, and this one I wanted to show off to Lisa Barlow. She said she liked Donnie. I have my Donnie doll from back in the day. New Kids on the Block had Barbies, and he had a rat tail.
I thought you
My
meant,
Donnie doll has a rat tail.
and this is how not in the mix I am. I thought you meant Donny Osmond. And I was like, that's Donny
No,
Osmond?
this is Donnie Wahlberg, Mark's brother.
Oh, Marky Mark. Love Mark.
Marky
That's
Mark. Okay.
yeah. Okay. Love that.
We've gone too far, but we love you. Thank you for always watching our YouTubes. Find us at tasteofreality.com. Anywhere else, Imani?
Anywhere that is a social platform, you can find us. And next week, we'll recap episode 4 of Salt Lake City. We cannot wait, and we're so excited.
Bye to Lisa Barlow from me and Donnie Wahlberg.
Bye from me and my Torres mug. Have a great week, everyone.